Welcome to our channel.
Hey guys!
Today we're going to be making some crispy fried chicken and some grilled vegetables.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a new video. With that being said, let's get started. What are you seasoning your chicken with?
We're going to be using some Lawry seasoned salt, onion powder, garlic powder, Old Bay, pepper, and Sazon. And I've already washed my hands really well and I cleaned my chicken really well. I'm going to make sure you do that. And I'm going to just begin to season all of my chicken on one side, and then I want to turn it over and season them both on the other side. Now, of course, here you can use any seasonings you like. You can use what I'm using, or add or take away whatever you like to use for your family. There's certain seasonings that we all like to use when we're cooking everything, so feel free to do whatever you like.
And I know Old Bay is notoriously used for seafood.
It is, that's right.
So when people put it on chicken, they're like, hey, wait a minute. But it actually says on the front of the container that you can use it on chicken as well.
Yes, that's good to know. And also, I want to mention about the Sazon. We're using Sazon that has salt in it. But there is a salt-free version on the market that we found out about later, so that's good to know. In the future, we'll be using the version that has the salt-free if we're going to be using Lawry's or any other seasoning that has salt in it. So yeah, so after you get these all seasoned really well, you're going to go ahead and begin your dredging process. With flour, you're just going to flour it up really well. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our dredging. So now, as you can see, I'm just, covering one piece at a time. But you can do whatever you like as far as, like some people put it in a bag. They'll put the flour in a bag, shake the bag, after they put all the chicken in. And some people even season the flour. They don't season the chicken, they'll season the flour and then just shake the chicken. But I just like to make sure each piece is seasoned the way I like it. And then I just like to flour it like this, because usually I'm thinking about what else I'm doing while I'm doing this. You want to make sure my temperature is getting warm with my oil. I just do a lot of different things sometimes when I cook, so this will give me time to focus on other things.
And when I was a kid, I used to like to play in the flour.
She did.
I low-key still like to, but
yeah, you should be doing this part.
Right.
Since you love to play in the flour.
So what temperature is your oil on right now?
Right now my oil is on 350. Usually it's between 325 and 350. I'm going to be using a 10-quart deep fryer. This is a
multi-cooker.
A multi-cooker, right? Cooker. Yes, you can fry in it. You can deep fry in it. You can steam. Thank you. You can steam in it. I've cooked all kinds of things in this. I cook my roast in it, my chicken, and I make French fries in it. There's a lot of things you can do with it. It's really nice, and it's temperature controlled. But when you want to cook something, just make sure you have it on the correct temperature. Like for instance, with my chicken, I made sure my oil was hot before I put the chicken in, and just tested it by putting a little bit of flour in there, and made sure I got the sizzle that I wanted. And then I started to drop my chicken. And I can drop, you can get a lot of chicken in there. As you can see, it's seasoned very well. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say seasoned well. It is seasoned well, but it looks really good. It came out really nice. And I did make 2 batches. So, oh, look at that. That looks good.
That's
okay.
The second batch. How long did you cook them?
Each batch takes around 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
So, yeah, give or take. So it just depends on what size pieces you're cooking. They may take longer.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start preparing my vegetables. I have red onion, yellow squash, zucchini, red and orange bell pepper, and I also have some white mushrooms. I'm just cutting them into bite-sized pieces. So you don't have to separate the onions by the layers. You know, I'm gonna do that in a little bit. I just want y'all to know y'all don't have to do that. That's just a little preference.
She just like to play in the food, y'all. It's okay.
Anyway,
girl, it's okay.
Anyway, so you don't have to use these vegetables that we're using either. You can freestyle those if you like.
Oh man, I know that some asparagus would be good in this, and broccoli.
See, I'm with you on the broccoli. I just don't like asparagus.
Oh well, there's so many people that do. Yeah, I get it, because asparagus is not my favorite either. And you can also use different kinds of onions too. You're using red onions, but of course you can use white onion or yellow onion or whatever kind of onion you want to use. And just let us know if you decide to use something different. Just let us know what you tried and how it turned out, because we're open to any other kind of ideas, any other vegetables that you use, because we don't know it all, so we're just trying to.
We are not professionals.
We're trying to cook with what we know how to use. So if you know something different that you would like to introduce us to, or just let us know what you use.
And you don't have to keep the skin on the vegetables if you don't want to. I like to keep mine on because of color in it. The pretty colors make for great presentation, and not to mention the nutrients and vitamins in the skin. That's good for you as well.
And it works out great either way, with or without the skin. So if you want to take the skin off, that's fine. And you can leave it on, that works well too.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about cleaning the mushrooms. I know some people submerge them in water for a little bit and toss them and then dry them. But I still feel like there's dirt on them, just a little bit, you know. So I take a damp paper towel and I wipe the dirt off of my mushrooms, because I feel like that cleans it a little bit better.
And some people even peel the skin off,
which I didn't know about.
Right, I didn't know about that either till recently. So, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start seasoning the vegetables.
These are a few of the same seasonings that we used on the chicken. Some Lawry seasoned salt, garlic powder, black pepper, and onion powder. And I'm also using some olive oil. You can use other oils if you want to as well. I know there's some herb infused oils that you can use for your seasoning. The flavor is already in the oil, and you just put it on the vegetables and toss them up and put them in the grill that way. So, but this way you can kind of choose which vegetables you want to use. So this way works fine too. So whatever you decide to use is great. And right there, all I did was switch to a bigger bowl because that blue bowl was way too small.
Yeah, that helps.
Keep everything in the bowl.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you have to do.
Right. So just make sure your vegetables are coated evenly in your oil, so there's not more seasoning sticking to some vegetables more than others, you know. So just season it. You can use whatever seasonings you want. You don't have to use what we used, once again. And then just toss them and make sure they're seasoned well enough.
And you can omit salt as well if you're cooking for someone who cannot have salt or low salt or something like that. You can just omit the salt altogether. And there's other seasonings that you can use, like oregano or something like that, to add with the oil. And some people even like to use accent, which I don't really like accent, but some people do.
Yeah. Okay, so while I was seasoning my vegetables, my mom had the grill heating up for me. It's on a medium-high heat, and she sprayed it with a little bit of non-stick grill spray. It's like the same thing as non-stick cooking spray, but it's just specifically for a grill. But yeah, I'm adding them to the grill now. Make sure you move your vegetables around every now and then. You want them to have grill marks, but you don't want them to burn. So these cooked for about 15-20 minutes. Cooking times will vary depending on your grill. So
and depending on how soft you want your vegetables. Yes, for more of a bite, just leave them on there left for less time.
So if you guys enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments below, and also let us know what other vegetables you would like to put in your grilled vegetables. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you know when we post next. Alright guys, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks a lot.